Now we will talk about subscript binding. So subscript means index. So whenever I'm saying subscript, that means I'm talking about the indices of array. And based on this subscript, we'll have different types of arrays. So we'll call them array categories. So see, generally in all programming languages, lower bound is generally zero. So almost in C, C++ language and in Java programming language, subscript starts from the zero. Lower bound is zero. But in Fortran 95 plus programming language, lower bound is one, and it can be set to any integer literal. Means generally that lower bound is one, but it can be set to any integer literal, any integer constant. So just like Fortran 95 plus, there are some programming language where lower bounds of subscript ranges can be specified by the programmer. Now see, based on the subscripts, based on the indices, we'll have five categories of arrays, five types of the arrays. So for that, what are the criteria? So see, based on the binding to the subscript ranges, in the sense how many elements are there in array. So based on that, there will be values for the indices. So binding to subscript ranges, then binding to storage means how memory is allocated to the array elements. Then from where the storage is allocated. So from where storage or memory is allocated to the array elements. So whether it is from heap or it is from stack. So from that, so based on these three parameters, there are five categories of array. So we'll see one by one, and also we'll see some examples. So first type is static array. So from name you will come to know static array. So see, speciality of this array is here. So range means number of elements in array, or what are the possible values of indices. It is fixed before runtime or at compile time. Static means at compile time, range of indices is fixed or it is decided, or how many elements will be there in array, it is decided. Then allocation, memory allocation is also done at the compile time. So memory allocation is also done at compile time. Then how many elements will be there in that array, that is also decided in at compile time. So here you can see binding to the substrate ranges, it is also done at compile time. And storage, binding to storage, so memory is allocated at runtime. Then from where storage is allocated, so it is allocated from the data section. So see, normally we have data segment, code segment, these are the parts from the memory. So memory is allocated from the data segment. So base example is this. In C, C++ programming language, when we have functions, so arrays declared in C, C++ functions. See, arrays when we are defining in C, C++ language, but in functions, and where we are using this static modifier. So in C, C++ functions, when we are defining arrays with static modifier, so such kind of arrays are the static arrays. So static array in the sense, this range is fixed at compile time, then storage is allocated also at the compile time, and memory is allocated from the data segment. So best example is this C, C++ functions, where we are using static modifier to define the array. So what is the advantage? So advantage of static array is efficiency. No dynamic allocation or deallocation is required. So everything is done at the compile time only. Allocation and range is decided at the compile time. So there is no dynamic allocation. Okay, there is no at runtime we are not deciding anything. So that is the advantage. Disadvantage is storage for the array is fixed for the entire execution time. So see, range is decided at the compile time. So you cannot change the size of the array at compile time. Size is fixed throughout the program. That is the disadvantage. Then second type is this fixed stack dynamic array. From the name, we will come to know what this array is about. Now see, what do I fix? Fix in the sense number of elements in array is fixed. Our indices, possible indices, our range of indices for that particular array is fixed. Then stack, so memory is allocated from the stack. Then dynamic array, so values or storage is allocated at the runtime. So storage are allocated to the variables, array variables at the runtime. From where we are allocating the storage and memory, from the stack. And fixed means the array size is fixed. That's why it is called as the fixed stack dynamic array. So example is this: arrays that are declared in C, C++ functions but without static modifier. So those are the RF type like this. So in that situation, we are allocating the memory from the stack. Now see what is the advantage and disadvantage. So look at it. The advantage of fixed stack dynamic array over the static array is space efficiency. So see, at runtime, memory is allocated. So there can be reuse of memory. Disadvantage is allocation and deallocation is done. So see all the time. So when function, when you come to the function, allocation is done. When function execution is over, deallocation is done. Again, if you call that function, again allocation is done. When function is over, deallocation is done. Third type is stack dynamic array. So what by stack dynamic array? So see, if you compare this name with second name, so see third type is stack dynamic array. Just we have skipped this. We have skipped this fix. There you can see it is a stack dynamic array. So just we have removed name fix. So from the name we'll come to know. So we have removed the name fix in the sense array size is not fixed. Array size is variable from where we are allocating the memory from the stack, and dynamic array in the sense memory is allocated to the array elements at runtime. So that is the meaning of this. So example is this. So array those are defined in ada programming language. So see here we have code. Now see here we are defining one array with the name list, and what is the size of this array is this. Size or range of the indices will be from 1 to the this. Now see, this is the variable and this value we are taking from the user. So now see how many elements will be there in this array. It decided at runtime. So in previous here see, it was fixed, but here it is changing as we are taking that input from the user. So see, so array size is decided at the runtime. It is not fixed. Memory is allocated from the stack, and it is a dynamic array. So memory is allocated at the runtime. Now see, next step is fixed heap dynamic array. So now look at this. It is a fix. That is array size is fixed. The indices will be fixed. Memory is allocated from the heap. So see in previous example. So in previous type. So here memory was allocated from the stack. In this type and here memory was allocated from the stack. But in this fourth type, we are allocating the memory from the heap. And then dynamic array. So at runtime we are allocating the memory. So example is this. In C++ programming language, we'll have this fixed heap dynamic array. So see, in C language, whenever we are using malloc function, malloc and free function. So malloc function is used to allocate the memory, while free is used to deallocate the memory. And in C++ language, new this operator is used to allocate the memory, while delete is used to free the memory. So whenever we are using that, so at that time, the type of the array is this fixed heap dynamic array. Also in Java language, so all non-generic arrays are all of type this fixed heap dynamic, and also in C# language. Advantage of this fixed heap dynamic array is flexibility. So what do I mean by that? So at runtime we are allocating the memory. At runtime we are allocating the memory, and that's why there is the advantage of this. There is a flexibility. While disadvantage is allocation time. See, we are allocating memory from the heap, but allocation time from the heap is more than the stack. So this is the disadvantage as we are allocating memory from the heap, and allocating memory from the heap it takes more time compared to stack. So that is the disadvantage. Now see next type is heap dynamic array. So again see if you compare this name with this name, so we have removed this fixed word. So fifth type is heap dynamic array. So here size was fixed, so we have removed that fixed keyword. Fixed word we have removed. That means it has a changing size of the array. From where we are allocating the memory, we are allocating it from the heap, and it is a dynamic array. Dynamic array in the sense memory is allocated at runtime. So here you can see. So example. So this is the example from C# language, and here we are defining array using keyword list. So see here we are defining the array, and elements are added like this by calling method add. So here we are defining the array with the that is the object of list class, and by calling method add we are adding the elements. So see how many elements that we want to add. So at those many times we will call the method add. So that's why array size is not fixed. So it depends on that how many times we are calling the add method. In the same way in Java programming language we have class array list. So by using array list we can create this kind of array. We can create heap dynamic array. So see in Java programming language, array list is a class and that is from the collection framework. So here you can see in collection framework This is the array list. It is from the collection framework, and programming is done like this. So see here we are defining the object of array list. So see, array list is a class while list is the interface. We are defining the object of array list, and here by calling this add function, see we are adding the elements there. So just similar to the add, so these are used to add the elements. We have other functions like this set, get, and set. So by that we can add the elements, we can recall the elements, and we can also set the new element for any particular index. So array list. So array list in Java and list in C# language, all are type of this if dynamic array. So these are the five types. Now